Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. But before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Reporters who ruin their careers in seconds. By 2020, even the most casual internet users become aware of cancel culture, which is basically when the masses use social media to shame a public figure and call for them to essentially go away forever. For news reporters who have a responsibility to maintain full objectivity and endure an onslaught of death threats and harassment for each misstep. It's the price of being a public figure, but not everyone in the spotlight treads so carefully. Let's get into reports of who ruined their careers in seconds. Number 5, an unfortunate slip of the tongue. MSNBC anchor Allison Morris may have just ruined her career with a stutter. Sometimes that's all it takes. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Morris sparked outrage when she used what sounded like a racial slur when reporting on the death of 18-time NBA All-Star Kobe Bryant. But no one actually knows what she said for sure. In the broadcast, the anchor reports, it seems like he was just the kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles, before correcting herself and saying Los Angeles Lakers. Shortly after, she was hit with a wave of angry tweets from viewers who thought she said the N-word. Morris swiftly defended herself, claiming she never used a racial slur and it was merely a slip of the tongue. Earlier today, while reporting on the tragic news of Kobe Bryant's passing, I unfortunately stuttered on air, combining the names of the Knicks and the Lakers to say Makers, she tweeted. Please know I did not and would never use a racist term. I apologize for the confusion this caused. Despite Morris's defense, fans are still calling for the anchor to be fired from MSNBC. Someone created a Change.org petition urging for her termination. At the time of this writing, it has more than 185,000 signatures, and MSNBC has not yet made a statement on the actor's fate with the network. Number 4, Megyn Kelly's candid blackface chat got her the axe. The last we saw of Megyn Kelly, she was actually Charlize Theron. The actress played the former Fox News anchor in the critically acclaimed film Bombshell. But just a couple of years prior, Kelly's NBC show was put on the chopping block after a full-on scandal. Kelly's show, Megyn Kelly Today, was canceled when the journalist questioned whether or not blackface was racist during a Tuesday morning segment in 2018. Back when I was a kid, that was okay just as long as you were dressing up as, like a character, she claimed. She then defended Luann de Lesseps, a real housewife of New York who darkened her skin while dressing up as Diana Ross for a Halloween party. I don't know how that got racist on Halloween, Kelly said. Of course, Kelly's commentary was met with wild criticism. You just don't defend blackface, period. Though she reportedly apologized to NBC staff internally and made a public apology the following day, her show was canceled not long after, according to The Guardian.
This is Diana Ross, and she made her skin look darker than it really is, and people said that that was racist. And I don't know, I felt like, who doesn't love Diana Ross? She wants to look like Diana Ross for one day. I don't know how that got racist on Halloween. What is racist? Because truly, you do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface on Halloween, or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween. Back when I was a kid, that was okay as long as you were dressing up as like a character.
This reporter was fired for his MAGA hat. A journalist for NBC affiliate KTTC in Minnesota learned about objective reporting the hard way when he was fired from his job for wearing a red Make America Great Again hat while on duty. A rookie mistake. Except apparently he did it on purpose. According to BuzzFeed News, reporter Jim Bunner was covering a Donald Trump rally in Rochester, Minnesota, when he was snapped by the Star Tribune's Mark Van Cleve, who was also covering the rally. Van Cleve's photo, which subsequently went viral, showed Bunner donning the accessory in combination with his KTTC jacket. Bunner was swiftly fired. He violated our policy, so he's no longer with us, KTTC News Director Noel Setterstrom told BuzzFeed News. We don't allow our people to wear campaign clothing while on assignment. KTTC's rule isn't unique. Most news outlets urge their reporters not to make political statements in order to protect the objectivity of their reporting. But Bunner didn't seem to be that concerned. BuzzFeed News reports that he promoted the NRA on social media and uploaded a picture of himself dancing in a newsroom in apparent celebration of Trump's inauguration. According to the Post Bulletin, Bunner, who went on to host a conservative podcast, claimed he only wore the hat to develop trust with Trump supporters who were reportedly booing and calling him fake news before he put it on. He claimed to wear the hat to expose the truth about the state of journalism in this country.
Okay, thank you.
Number 2, don't wear flats in floodwaters. TV reporters have to get into the nitty-gritty when they're on location. But one TV Azteca reporter acted like her shoes were more important than her story, which is kind of a bad look when you're covering a natural disaster. According to the New York Post, reporter Lydia Cummings was axed from her gig when she was caught on film being carried by townspeople through a large puddle as she reported on flooding in the central Mexican city of Puebla. She had both her arms wrapped around two people who had their feet completely submerged in the flooding. Unsurprisingly, it didn't take long for Cummings to be labeled a princess and get turned into a meme. Across the internet, her image was photoshopped into varying situations like on the Titanic or being carried out of a tequila bar wearing a sombrero. Cummings defended herself on Twitter and in an interview. According to The Telegraph, who translated her defense, she claimed, "I try to maintain a relationship of empathy with people and was afraid of sounding rude if I refused the favor. I was carried for 2 seconds and then asked them to put me down." Her apology was too late, as Azteca TV believed Cummings disrespected locals who were part of the coverage and ultimately gave the reporter the boot, but not an actual pair of boots, which she probably could have used. Number 1, Kobe's death. A Washington Post reporter found herself embroiled in controversy following Kobe Bryant's tragic death in early 2020 when she tweeted a link to a 2016 story from the Daily Beast that outlined felony assault charges leveled at the star in 2003. Though Felicia Sonmez was hardly the first person to bring up Bryant's darker past following the helicopter crash that claimed the lives of 9 people, including Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, she ultimately paid the price. The New York Times reports that Sonmez received emails from the WAPO's executive editor Martin Barron slamming her since-deleted tweets, which urged her followers to remember public figures in their totality, according to NBC News. "A real lack of judgment to tweet this," Barron reportedly wrote, adding, "Please stop, you're hurting this institution by doing this." Shortly after, Sonmez was instructed by the paper's managing editor, Tracy Grant, to delete the tweets per the organization's security policy, and was placed on paid administrative leave.
Call themselves journalists. We have journalists attacking a 7-year-old child, which is Blue Ivy, and we look at them calling out her characteristics. We need to do better all together as journalists. And I look at this woman and I say it was your responsibility just to do better and give it more time than 2 hours after the man passes away to say what you think about him if it's negative. And don't hide behind somebody else's article. I stand behind a journalist named Jillian Sheldon. She sat at that Kobe trial for 6 weeks. She followed it in Colorado, in and out, stayed there, interviewed all the lawyers, interviewed the woman who was accusing him. And
this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.